morning for those of you in America, and it is afternoon here. And if you're from Australia, good evening. Hi, Debbie. How are you? It is Debbie. Yes, I remember it right. It is Debbie. Okay, so today I was sitting here thinking, there's no way I want to do any garment sewing, and I had an allergic reaction to something earlier. As you can see, good morning, Diane. My eye is still swollen from it, so it's been one of those days. And garment sewing just does not appeal to me today. Then I remembered I have a bag. I've got these bags everywhere of things that I'll cut out, like this. This is a bag that I want. So it's a bag full of bags. So at one stage, I think it's like 5 or 6 years ago, I sat down. Good morning, Grace. Oh, it's so nice to see you. I sat down about 5 years ago and I cut out, I had these sample books. The most beautiful fabrics. I mean, like, look at these ones. It's so stunning. And I made, oh, wonderful. Yeah, you've got an embroidery machine. Oh, my phone is trying to get out of its cover again. I need to get another thing to hold my phone. This one is not happy. Anyway, so I had these. Wait a sec. This is going to be a disaster. Oh, wait. Are you still there? Yes. Let me just try and see if I can fix it. That's better, I think. No, it's not. Just wait a sec. I think this should do it. Yeah, it's not going anywhere. So I would take the sample books, because I had quite a lot of them. Hey, buddy. Hey, buddy. Come here. Come here. Ooh, he doesn't like the ball. Yeah. Good boy. Good boy. You want to get up? Yeah. You want to get up? Garbage bin better. Okay, come on. Come on. Not. Okay. Bye. Yeah, so I would take my scrap fabrics or the sample books and I would cut out bags. And they were really popular when I was still doing the market. And then in between, when I wanted a palette cleanser or a lot of sewing, I would just go with that. But at the moment, oh, let me just see. Sorry, there's a thing popping up. I'm just dying, killing it. Bubbles, of course, has to come in as well. So today I remembered about this bag full of bags, and some of them are more intricate than others, but I found this one, and it is so beautiful, and it's easy. So I looked at my scraps, and I found this vintage velvet ribbon, and I'm going to use this as the over-the-shoulder strap, or like this, and yeah, I need to make Christmas presents. So my first step is to put the zip in. And this zip is going to be like that, up here. And then the back gets a lining, which I will sew in place. So there's going to be a little sachet that you can open with the zip where the stuff can go in. But then this part will fold over. I think it's going to fold over this way and just hang over. Oh, good morning, Anne. Fold over like this. So that's going to be the flap that folds over. And you will go into the bag from the top. And yeah, just giving it a zip. And this is the band or the strap. And yeah, let's see how it goes. I did cut out the lining. I love how these two play together. It looks like they were made for each other. So let me get going on this one. I don't know why I cut it open. I don't know a lot of things. Good morning, Becky. Let's just cut this straight. See, it's a bit skewed. And then we can start sewing. So with all the sewing I've been doing, with my scissors, I always get a thing over here. So first it will make a blister, and then it will turn into one of those, a callus, basically. And when I was still doing a lot of orders and making stuff for markets, I had those calluses all the time. And yeah, you can see I've gone soft in the last few years. So for the zip, I am just going to sew it like this. It's one of those which you buy per meter and you just put the slider in. So I've even done that. I've put the slider in the zip and everything. Let's just first put a bigger needle in here, because I am notorious for breaking needles as I go, and that's not always fun. And with this machine where the needle goes in, I sometimes have to put the tape that you put around taps. I have to put that around my needles so they don't fall out. But the bigger needles, I don't have to do that. I hope I still have some bigger needles. I do. I've got a Microtex 8012. We're just going to use that. Oops. What are you guys working on today? So Grace, I saw you said you are doing embroidery. Are you doing it on the on your embroidery machine, or are you doing it by hand? Yeah, it's that. So if you have a bernina, and they usually, the older ones came out with this, don't be tempted to tighten it too much, because there's a thing in there that can actually crack, and then you have to replace this whole shaft on your sewing machine. It's no fun. Okay, I need to get the right color cotton, and I actually think I see it. There we go. Huh, perfect, I think. Okay, so you're still busy with the pouches. Handmade gifts to put in the pouches. Oh, that's so sweet. You are really doing handmade this year. Yeah, I was actually visiting with a friend this morning, and I thought, I want to give you a present for Christmas. And, oh, that's so cool. Oh, yeah. Your Thanksgiving is around the corner. So this friend I visited this morning, I thought about it, and this color is actually totally her colors. So I think she'll like it. We'll see. I'm going to make it anyway. And if she doesn't like it, then it's also okay. Okay, let's do that. For the heat, I've got some ice and blueberries and some soda water. Me too, Anne. I think it's so beautiful. It's not my colors, but my friend wears these colors all the time. So I'm sure she's going to love it. Okay, so let's put the zip in. Oh, put the zip in, but I'm still doing the windy thing here. Okay, let's do this first. Yesterday it was cooler, but today it's not as hot as it was on Saturday and Sunday, but it's still quite hot. I really don't like it. And I'm really trying to sort my attitude out. Let's actually just take this off, because at the moment I need to replace the battery in this. It had an older battery in it to start with. Oh, okay. Let's have a look quickly. Temperature today. Oh, I can look on here. I think we're at 29 or 30 degrees Celsius. A sweater. Okay, you'd say it's your first time, Debbie, with sweater knit. Sweater knit, yeah, it can be a bit tricky. But glue sticks, you stick it together with a glue stick, and that works quite well. So, and then we also have the humidity, which doesn't help, Diane. So I think our humidity is at 80 today, which is kind of strange because we don't really have rain in summer. But this is more the humidity coming like from the ocean that rolls in. So yeah, I hear my dehumidifier going crazy over there. What's the temperatures on your sides? 39. Oh, 2.9 degrees. Oh my goodness, that's nice and cool. That's actually cold. Okay, first step. Put the zip in. Actually, first step is to zigzag this fabric. 31 degrees Fahrenheit. So you are like minus Celsius at this stage, Diane. Oh, and you're also on 39 degrees, so that's also like 2.9, almost 3 degrees Celsius. Well, if you are looking for some heat, you can live vicariously through, oh, okay, that's nice, going up to the 60s. You can live vicariously through me sweating over here, and just see it, and then be glad that you don't have to sweat over there where you are. But that was something that I found quite interesting, how much climate control is used in America. The houses are either, in summer it's aircon, and in winter it's heating. Oh, that was where I was. I'm just zigzagging. Let me see. No, we can't. And like I said before, I'm really getting to a point where I'm going to start embracing whatever temperature it is. If it's cold, then I'm going to wear warm clothes, and if it's hot, I can't go naked, but I'll wear cottons or linens and have the fan going, which is really nice. I don't put this on, the ventilation thing behind me, when I'm live casting or whatever you call it, because it's too noisy. But for the rest, it runs all the time, and it actually cools things down quite a lot. And well, I forgot about that. What I'm going to do is line up my stripes. I don't like it when you make something and the stripes are not lining up. How am I going to do this? Let me think. I actually want the top part, no, the bottom part, to fold in like that over the zip, like that. So, and then on the top, the zip's also going to be covered. Okay, I know how I'm going to do that. So let's sew this first. This is my top part, yes. My hands are not working properly today. You look at me and I look like somebody who doesn't know what I'm doing. I promise I know what I'm doing. Okay, I'm just going to tack it, because I don't. Always rotary cutter. The sweater knit, I find my scissors get caught in it. So if you have a cutting board and you have a rotary cutter, I would go with that. It's just so much easier. You know what? I can pin it and then just tack it all together all at once. I sometimes wish that when we do a live that we could actually chat. Like we're talking to each other, not just type, because the typing interferes with when you're on a roll. So after I went to see my friend this morning, we actually we walked around this like a pond, and there were some Egyptian geese, and then there's these blue gum trees. Ah, okay. Google Meet. Can you set it up with a live stream, or is it just, can you only do Google Meet? Because I do Teams for my work. That works actually really well. Um, but back to the pond. So we walked around the pond. It's not very big. And then there's these blue gum trees, and we sat under the blue gum trees on an old rotten stump. Uh, yeah, Zoom also works really well. So we sat under this tree on this old stump, and we just had such a nice time drinking iced coffee and chatting. And the place where we bought our coffee, for those of you who are from South Africa, is a place called Kauai, and we bought the coffee there, and they gave the option. So it's just plain coffee with ice in it, and it had honey in it, and it was so refreshing. It was really lovely. Okay, Google Meet. We could maybe look at something like that and do it on maybe once a month. Have a meet. I would like doing that. Would you guys like to do that? Do a meet once a month and just chat and work together. I would really like that. Let me know what you think. Maybe start doing it for next year. Because it's back to that point where sewing can really be lonely. Oh, Diane. Yes, okay. I'm going to see what I can do for next year. And then I will post it, the date. And if you are interested, you can send me your email address and I can send you a link. Because I know with Teams, if you have a computer, if you have the link, you don't have to have Teams on your computer. You can just go on. Because the problem with Zoom is you can only do, if you don't pay for it in South Africa, I don't know about the rest, you have to, with Zoom afterwards, you can only do 40 minutes or 30 minutes, I think. And I don't particularly want to pay for Zoom at the moment. So, yeah, I know with Teams meetings, you can do it as long as you want. Oh, that would be so much fun. Or maybe, let me see what I can do. Because I don't know how your Christmas is, but I find sometimes like by the end of December, I'm peopled out. And then I just want to sit in my sewing room and sew. Okay. Yeah, so we can look at Google's Meet as well. Because I think that one is also free, if I remember right. Anyway, then maybe we can do it before January. But let me know what you guys think. My email address is at the bottom of this. It's 19 degrees there. Oh my goodness, Diane, is that Fahrenheit or Celsius? West of North Carolina this morning. We had snow yesterday and overnight, not a deep accumulation, but the ground is covered. Oh, you're so lucky, you've had snow. Oh, enjoy it for me. Please come and throw some snow around. Please, I know it's cold, but oh, it's my favorite thing. Okay, Fahrenheit. My goodness, that's cold. That's like -2 degrees Celsius, I think, or -3 degrees Celsius. Stay warm. I wish I could knit you a hat or something so you can stay warm. Fahrenheit. No, I read it right. I understand. Cool. Sure. So I'm just stacking this now. Mainly because I'm too lazy to go and iron. And yeah, this works. Oh, so back to my friend and I walking around the pond and sitting there visiting. It was really so much fun. And then while I was there, something got in my eye. and it was so irritating. My eye was completely swollen closed, and I had to go and get eye drops through the process, and that was no fun. So after that, I had to drive on a Tuesday. I drive through Cape Town, picking up stuff for my sister, and it's literally like 100 kilometers round trip, which is not a lot, but it feels a lot because it's in traffic and it's through the city, and oh my goodness. So by the time I got home, I was so tired. I literally had to take a nap just to revive myself for this. Oh, thank you, Diane. I appreciate that. And I'll sit here and I'll be hot and bothered for your sake, okay? So tonight, my sister and I, when I'm done here, we are going to have a barbecue. I don't know if we're going to make a fire or just do it on the gas. I'm really looking forward to it. We have a thing called a Texan steak, which is not from Texas, but I don't think so. But basically it's a steak that gets marinated in, you buy it from the shop, and it's got lots of spices and stuff on. So we're going to barbecue that. Oh, I see. Okay, I'll have a look and I'll let you guys know. But like I said, send me your email address. My email is at the bottom. So I must actually put up an email list. Nah, it's too much work. Anyway, send me your email address and then I can let you guys know what the plan is and everything. And yeah, let's start meeting once a month if you guys want. And we can work out what date. Maybe I can connect my Google Calendar to everything and you can put on there what will work for you. We'll see. I would really enjoy that. Be enjoying that. Okay, so we've tacked this one. Now we're going to take this one and fold it over so it's completely over the zip. I don't want the zip to show when you look at it, but I also need to make sure that my lines align, and that is basically why I'm also tacking it. Let me see how much I need to fold. Let me move this out of the way, then you can see what I'm doing if you want to. So now I always 41 degrees and sunny. Oh, 41 is also cold. You most likely have a sweatshirt on. Should have put more ice in there, but it's still nice and refreshing. Oh yeah, back to the barbecue. So when I'm done here, we are going to do a barbecue for supper, and I'm really looking forward to it. I love barbecue. My sister is really good at it. I can do it too, but why must I do it if there's somebody else who can do it for me? What's your favorite meals? Oh, 34 overnight. Sure, Grace. I do hope your heating is working properly. Yeah, it is better than Thanksgiving dinner. It's your favorite meal with your family and your friends, and it's fun. Oh, and I really enjoyed the Thanksgiving dinner. We had an afternoon basically, and it was so much fun. But I was the whole time I was there, I was thinking I would really like to have like the ones back to the movies, the ones you see in the movies. That could be so amazing. But we had similar. But yeah, it is fun. And it's just that whole thing of getting together and to remember to be thankful for stuff. I really appreciated that part of it. This is not right. Okay, let's try again. I've made it a bit too wide. We're going to go a bit narrower because I do want to have as much of this fabric as possible for the bag. This is what I'm really enjoying about these sessions that we have. I'm allowing myself to work on things that I usually would say, oh no, it's a bit frivolous, or I'm wasting time. And that's a mindset I'm working on at the moment, is when I do things that are fun, to not think I'm wasting time. Let's sit on the roll. My hips are so sore. Here we go. That's better. 11. Yeah, we are 5 kids basically, and even then when we all came together it was quite chaotic. How big was your table, or did you have to sit at different tables? Oh, a house full of people, Diane. That sounds like so much fun. Yeah, I remember getting together. My granny used to work on a holiday place called the Island, so it was like a hot water bath, but coming out of the earth, you know, those types of things. And then different tables. Okay. And then my mom and her sisters and brother, they were 5 kids as well. And then we would get, one year we would all be with my gran, and then the next year everybody would go to the in-laws, and it would be so much fun with all the grandchildren. How many grandchildren were we? It's 5. We were 5, and 2, 1, 6, 3 is 8, 2 more. So I think that we were 11 grandchildren, and it was just so much fun. So you would go swimming in the mornings, and then afternoons it would be the grown-ups would sleep, and then when they wake up we would eat watermelon, and it was just such a fun experience. And then supper would be everybody together, usually a braai, and sometimes it would be just like something that everybody would make. Sure. 9 kids, 32 grandchildren. Oh wow. So it must have been a lot of fun when you guys got together. It's like going to school and having a whole class of friends. Unless you didn't get along with your cousins, which does happen sometimes. But the nice thing if there's a lot of grandchildren is there's always one that you do connect with. So even if you don't connect with all of them. Sure. Becky, 32. How many kids did she have? Nine. Sure. So that was also a big gathering when everybody got together. No. Let's do it again. I'm not doing it right. But back to the thing of giving myself permission just to enjoy, even if it's like 8 boys and 1 girl. Oh, wow, that poor girl. She is a hero in my eyes. Because, oh my goodness, boys can be a lot of fun. But if you're the only sister, we are 4 girls and 1 boy. My poor brother, he sometimes got it from all of us. But he was also spoiled rotten. So I really enjoyed when I give myself permission to just sit and just work or just enjoy the moment. Oh, it was your mother. What did she say about that experience? Was she a bit spoiled, or did they bully her? Because that's the other side if there's so many. Your mom had 12 brothers and sisters. Yo, and Now that's big families. Oh, I love how this ball just stretched my back out. Okie dokie. Next try. Yep, this is going to work now. So that sound, Valentino, he loves chewing. So we give him like hooves from cattle, and he throws them around. This dog is so clever. He makes up games. So he would be playing, and you can actually see how he's made up these rules for these games. And he would like throw the thing, then run around things twice, then go and jump in the corner. It is unbelievable to see it. Now, I had a husky before, and he was also extremely clever. But this one is on another level. I took him for a walk yesterday morning, and we're still working on that. He's not good at walking yet, because in the beginning it was winter and it was raining, and yeah, I had to sort my things out because I was like, it's my sister's dog and I don't want to interfere with her dog, you know. So we finally sorted that out, and now he's 9 months, and we've started walking in the last basically 2 months out, you know, not just walk in the house around the property. But he's so amazing. He learns so quickly. He's taught himself to, you know, like a sheepdog, he goes lie down and then he looks, especially if there's lots of other dogs on the beach. He goes down and he looks, and then he looks at us, and if we say you can go, then he goes. He's brilliant. But he's constantly trying to herd the cats. These poor cats. Especially Bubbles just smacks him. But Pinky is quite kind, a kind old soul. So she's not that old, but she's very kind, and it's not with me, but with him. So he gets away with a lot with her, but poor Bubbles, some days it's like just like, oh, go away, leave me alone. And then he smacks him. It's amazing how much joy animals can give in our lives. I don't know about you guys, but I truly enjoy my animals. They are so much fun. Okay, let's try again. I'm just gonna work it from this side, or tack it from this side, so I know I don't miss anything. So how many people are you guys expecting for Thanksgiving? Is it going to be more just you and your children, or are you inviting people from your church? Okay, so and you had, it was you and your sister, and then you had a lot of extended family. 9 with kids and grandkids. Oh, that is so special. And do they all come for Thanksgiving, or do you have to choose between Thanksgiving and Christmas? I know we live in a global world where people are living all over, but that is sometimes the thing that I find really hard is how we are split apart from the people we love. 3 brothers, and since mom is gone, we don't get together like we did. We're all spread out now. I will either make Thanksgiving for my daughter and myself and go to my son's house. And 2 grandkids. That's also fun, you know, just spending time with your kids. So I'm opening it up just to see that I catch everything when I tack, because you might, I don't know about you, but I sometimes miss it and then it's a mess. I should have, oh, no, not. I should have just folded over the size of the zip, but I really don't want it to be too short, so we'll see. Oh yes, Becky, you told me. Oh yes. Sorry, I forgot. So did you grow up basically as a single child, or did your aunts and uncles, were they still in the house when your granny was raising you? If you want to, you can tell us. Otherwise, it doesn't matter. Oh, a mixed bag. And then focus and just, but you focus on the happy memories. But you know, that is the way to go. It's like things happen, and it's not always fun. And sometimes it's really hard and actually heartbreaking in the process. But like you say, it's that thing of what do you focus on? Is your focus on all the hard things? Or is your focus on the things that is so amazing? I mean, you've got such a beautiful relationship with your husband. And I've seen your son sometimes popping up and his cat is there. Ah. Okay. Sure. Yeah, it's interesting how so in some families it's the grandma who keeps the family together, and then in other families it's basically the grandpa. And when one of the, but also it's that bond they have with each other, and if one of them die, then it really just, yeah, it's like the whole dynamic changes. I'm trying not to put the pins through my fingers because I am really good at that. On a often basis, I would do that. Put the pin through my finger. Oh, butterscotch pies. Oh, that sounds amazing. Yeah, do you also feel like diabetes have taken over everything? It's really just so sad. But actually listening to a podcast the other day, and they spoke about when they, because previously saturated fats was not a problem. People would eat it like butter and whatever, and they never had problems. But then when, let's see what I'm doing. Oh, okay. Then when things your sister and you used to take turns fixing Thanksgiving, but everyone had kids and grandkids and moved, etc. Okay. Yeah. Wow, 89. Oh, oh, that's so special. But yeah, back to the diabetes thing. So when people were eating saturated fat, it looks, the research is showing that there were lots, diabetes wasn't as prevalent as when they started putting everybody on low fat. And now it's coming out that the sugar board paid so that people, so that the research they were doing to see what was causing, because I think it was Jimmy Carter who had a heart attack, and so everybody freaked out. So they did research and they found sugar was the cause. But then the sugar board paid so that they would say it's fat. And it's now came out. It is actually so scary. But anyway, let's not go into those types of things because there's a lot of stories out there. But it is just sad that we now have diabetes and it's so prevalent. And so my sister and I, so here, our shops are full of Christmas already. And it's so depressing. I get so angry. You can't put Christmas up before December. When we were growing up, they never would do that. So all the Christmas decorations are up and all the Christmas songs are playing in the shops, and it is really irritating. So we were talking today where we are going to go for Christmas because we've got a few options, and it was like, yeah, but here you have to stay long and you can't go and sleep, because here it's like you go for Christmas and then Christmas supper or lunch. We usually do a lunch. Actually, in my family we do Christmas Eve, or we used to, but most people we know do the lunch thing, and then you have to stick around and make small talk, and you're actually so stuffed all you want to do is go and sleep. So we're still deciding what our plans are. Okay, that's done. Now I can sew it. Okay. So what I did is on this side, it's going to be the zip. So it's open. You can see it's there. Just going to sew it down. Then on this side, there will just be a line. It looks like a, oh, I did do it skew. Flip. Matter? Yep, it does. Don't be lazy, Katinka. Do it right. Flip. There was this song in the like the 2000s from Pink, that singer, and it was, she's singing and then she goes, I'm a hazard to myself. Sometimes when I do these types of things, I'm like, I'm a hazard to myself. By this rate, I'm only going to have one Christmas present ready. But what I will do now is, as soon as we are done here, I will continue sewing on this because I'm going to finish it tonight. It will not beat me. And then, yeah, tomorrow my Sojo will be back. And this is, oh yeah, I wanted to talk about that. So, with doing this with you guys, it has really been so interesting because I have days where I really don't want to sew. Like today, I didn't want to sew. But I don't mind doing something like this. And it's just so amazing how I still keep on sewing and doing stuff even when I don't feel like it. And I'm still working through all the heaps of stuff that I need to work through. But it doesn't always need to be a garment or a this or a that. And I've given myself the whole of November and a bit of December to get all of this done. And by this rate, I'm going to get it all done. I'm going to work through all my piles of half or almost finished things and cut out things, and that's the aim of this. It's not to sew up a storm and to show how much I can get done. It's literally just to get the stuff done so that I can focus on new things in the new year. And it forces me to come and sit and to sew every day, which, like I said before, I would sew and then I would not feel like it. And then I would realize, oh, I'm behind on stuff. Have a marathon sewing session. And this makes me so much more consistent. So yes, tomorrow I will show you the finished product of this bag. And then I worked on the pants last night, but I had to unpick again because the pockets were the wrong way. And then I gave up. It was like, I'm done now. So I'm going to try and finish them also before tomorrow afternoon's live session so that I can show and tell. Because it's so nice to show, oh, I finished this. Oh, you also like that? Do you also like when you finish stuff and you can show people like, oh, it's done, look at this? I sometimes, this is just between us, I sometimes think maybe that's the only reason why I sew, is to have these things done. Oh, Diane, that is so awesome. So this has got you sewing again. You were having such a time with not wanting to come into your sewing room. Oh, well, we're helping each other here. Because are you too, Becky? Yeah. It is sometimes a thing like, oh my goodness. I do not want to go in there and you can't make me. But this way, I have to. And it's actually so nice. Because I love my sewing room. I've worked so hard to get it nice and ready and sorted. And then not to spend time here. He's bombarded some days when he comes in from work with me showing him everything that you've made. Oh, he is really so cool. I love it when he's on your things. And yeah, it's that thing of, so my sister doesn't really sew, but she do clap for me. I don't think she's always really interested, but it's so cute. And look, I've done this, like, oh wow, okay. But she's trying. But also sometimes she just looks at it like, I can't believe you got so much done today. So that's also nice. And when I was really not wanting to be in here, she was like, you haven't sewed for a while. Because she knows that it's good for my mental health. So that's also good when people remind you, listen, you need to get into your sewing room. I don't like the person you are at the moment. She doesn't say that, but I think that's what she thinks. So I told you, I think it was yesterday, about our plans for December of all the things we want to do. And we are going to paint a wall and sort out our living room. Because it's a bit, you know, we had holes that we filled up and things like that. So it needs a bit of love. And there's one wall we want to make a feature wall. Just wipe the sweat off. And then we also want to make a rail for coats, a coat rack, which I'm really excited. There was like old beams here in the back. They're a bit rotten, but I'm sure we can save some of it to work with. So we're going to do that. And then my room, we're going to turn it around, and she gave me permission to tape while we're doing it. So I don't know where I'm going to post it, if it's going to be on my Katinka Ponders or on this one. I think it will be Katinka Ponders account, because I try to keep this just sewing. But I'm actually really excited. And then for my bench, my couch on that side, I want to do a bench behind the couch. So we've got quite a few things planned, and I'm looking forward to it because she's off in December. And yeah, it's going to be fun. Do you guys have any fun plans? We have a bit of time to talk about that if you want. What fun things do you have planned after Thanksgiving? Because first you have to get through Thanksgiving. I do understand that. and it's important. So what is your plans for, thanks, do you have any specific plans that you want to do? Do you have holidays? I know the schools are closed for a little bit, but it's not like here. We have our summer holidays over December. But I know on your side it's not summer holidays, it's just normal holidays. Oh, I did go skew. Shit. Let's see if mine lines up over here. No, look at that. I really went skew. No, it's okay. It's a bit of a difference at the bottom, but I don't think that's a problem. What do you think? It's like a centimeter. Do I need to unpick, or do you think I can get away with it? I think I can get away with it. Nobody knows. You know, but I mean the rest of the world won't know how it was supposed to be. I'm not redoing it because I don't feel like it. That's also the nice part. You can sometimes just say, I'm not doing it. Actually getting, oh, I can't sew on the ball. That's how you fall. And, oh, thank you. It was really nice to make the sewing room because there was nothing here. It was literally, I did it on that side, and then this side was the laundry. And then my sister said, no, you need more space, which I'm so thankful about it. And so, yeah, then I had this room, and I really wanted to sew on the side because there's a window on the side that gives a little bit of light. And also I like if there's a window where I sew. Even if I can't see out, my curtains are pretty enough, so it just gives me that feeling of home. Oh no, Diane. Okay, sure. Yeah, I know my uncle had type 1 diabetes, and it was horrible. And that was before all the stuff that you could do, like like the pump and everything. Sure. But I've seen that your insulin on your side is extremely expensive. Do you have medical aid that covers it? That was also something I was really shocked. Our medical aid is really high, but oh my goodness, your medical aid is even worse. I don't know how you guys afford to live there. It's quite scary. Yay! Going to start sewing. But then, you know what the difference is as I'm talking here? Christmas Eve. Yeah, I love that. I still prefer Christmas Eve. It's just so special. It's cozy, and all the candles, we would put candles and lights and everything. But back to living there. I was amazed at how everything is a living wage. You know, here we often don't have a living wage in some situations. So it is still expensive, but at least you're paid properly, which does help. I don't know. I'm just rambling now. Maybe this is not a good thing to talk about. But yeah. Yeah, so we didn't really, my parents kind of did Christmas Father, but not really. You know, Santa, we knew from very young that he wasn't real. But we would sing carols and the big Christmas Eve, and we would have a braai, of course, and swim, of course, because that's Christmas. I don't know where I'm going to swim this year. I think it might be going to my friend's house, and she's got a swimming pool, but it's heated. I don't like heated swimming pools, but anyway. And then we would, after we read the scriptures around Jesus' birth, we would then hand out presents, and sometimes I would say, oh no, Christmas Father arrived, and then there's a black bag behind the couch with the presents. And it was still so special. So we never really had a Christmas tree. I think of a few times we had one. My aunt and uncle always had one, and it was always so interesting to see this big tree with all the lights, and sitting under the tree would be all these presents. And because we were 5 kids and only my dad was working, my mom raised us, finances weren't a lot of finances. So all my cousins and so would get all these presents, and we would get them, but it would be things like underwear, you know, and I was just, oh, look at it, and I'm like, I just want some presents like they got. But now I'm so thankful for the way I grew up, because it really made me appreciate what I had got. Diane, you have type 2 and your brother-in-law has type 1. As a doctor, he said you could cheat 3 days a year, Christmas, Thanksgiving, and your birthday. Oh, that's so special. Yeah, because you can't really cheat because you pay the price when you cheat. Sure. Did I sew that side? Yes, I did. And the price is actually you can pay with your life if you're not careful. Okay, we've done this part. Now we're going to do the lining. And with the lining, what I like to do, because you're going to be able to put your hand in here and then also go in from the top. So for the lining, I don't want it to show. I think what I want to do. I'm just going to, no, I do want it to be at the bottom. So I am going to yeah, I'm going to put it like this. So then I can fold it over afterwards and then sew this together. Okay, that's what I'm going to do. Let's stack it again. There's still some glue from the pattern book. So what is your cheat things? Mine is of course cheesecake, as you guys know. Yeah, it's a thing. I tried to bake cheesecake on the weekend. It was terrible because I try not to put sugar in. So I tried to use honey. That was fine. I liked the taste, but the whole thing frumbled. I don't know what I did wrong. Used to be a morning sewist. Now you find you want to catch housework up and then sew in the afternoon. You have to clean your sewing room before you start another project. I'm the same. My sewing room needs to be clean before I start with the next thing. At the moment, I'm actually allowing myself to start with the next thing, but I also try to get everything sorted before I start. I just find it works so much better. Yeah, I like to sew in the mornings. So actually I came in here this morning at like, I think it was 6:30, and I sat down and I sewed because it's still cool then, but also it's just such a nice time because it's quiet and everything. But yes, I also have to tidy up and do all the things before I start. Okay, I see the time here. There's 2 more minutes. So is there any questions? Does anybody want to make any statements before we say goodbye? I really enjoy these visits. I can't tell you how much I enjoy it. It's so interesting. I never thought I would like doing this. Because that's why I've been holding out for so many years. Let's do that. And I watch, and Becky, I watch yours, and it's like, oh, this looks like so much fun. You finished the pouches. Well done. Well, I've been talking too much. That's my problem when I sew with other people. I talk too much. But it has been fun. So, let's do this part. And then when I'm done with this, I'm going to say goodbye. Aww. And I don't know. There's 2 Dianes. So, Diane M and Diane S for silver thread sewing. Okay, I'll do that so we know which one I'm talking to. Now you spell your names differently, but you say it the same. Yeah, it's so much fun doing this. So with this ribbon, I'm just sewing it together because I wanted to have the velvet on both sides. So now it's going to be a bit sticky, but then it's not going to fall off your shoulder. Did anybody else finish anything today or got to your where you wanted to get to? I'm quite happy with what I've accomplished. I wanted to figure out the zip and how I'm going to do that. I did that. So I'm happy with that. And I'm going to join my sister. I smell she's made a fire, which I'm very happy. And then take it from there. And yes, tomorrow I'll be at the same place, same time. And looking forward to chatting with you guys again. Thank you so much for spending time here. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.